Okay, hi, I just need to do this. And we're putting it off. Okay, hello, what's up? My name is Emerose and I do a lot of stuff, the consequences of which are my studio's mess and I'm cleaning it. I have been cleaning it. It kind of has already become unclean since I was shooting some time lapses previously. So whatever, it's gonna be in a flow state until I finish this cleaning vlog. But I haven't really been attending to my life, my artistic life, especially because it's been a lot of keeping things moving, keeping it in a sort of survival mode,
So how about you come along and clean with me while I chat a little bit? This is our baseline. This is what I was starting out with. I feel like the wide angle is very flattering of the situation, but it was actually pretty filthy in here. But as you may know about me, if you have been around for any amount of time, or even if you're just coming across my page, I am not a very tidy artist. I don't really believe in making my space beautiful just for social media either. It's actually been very necessary for me to compromise on a lot of my personally held beliefs about tidiness for the sake of my health. And so very often it's been this super precarious balancing act because obviously, like, my mental health can get kind of bad when things are too messy and dysfunctional, and when I can't find things, that really puts a big damper on my creativity. But here's the thing, I have been going through a lot of pain for the past few months, and it's just been something that I have really sacrificed, I would say. I have sacrificed perfectionism on this regard. I have gradually lowered my standards to a point where they're still acceptable, but they're not phenomenal, is what I would say. And that's what I've had to do.
Tiny little life update from me in the middle of this vlog. This is the face of a woman. Just had jaw surgery 3 days ago. I'm a little puffy still. But it's pretty uniform, so it's kind of hard to tell. I just wanted to include a life update, I guess, alongside crafting and some, the clearing out of the studio kind of stuff, I think, is part of my desire to have this reset. I've been having a hard time, y'all. This has been a hard year so far. Mostly to do with my pain. And that's actually why I had jaw surgery. I had double TMJ arthroscopies. It's a whole thing. But basically, I had some old injuries from when I was a teenager. And then plus my genetics just kind of were making for a bad time in those joints. And this surgery has been about, I think, at least 8 months in the making. People don't typically want to operate on the jaw, is what I kind of discovered throughout the process. There just aren't very many oral-facial surgeons. And when they do, they're doing really clear-cut situations where people have obvious trauma, obvious and immediate trauma to their faces. This was more of a chronic pain situation for me. I was getting migraines. I was just having severe facial pain. And I keep thinking oh, it has only really been bad for the last 6 months. But I made this initial appointment with the surgeon probably in May of last year. And it was in December. And then I waited 5 more months to have the actual surgery. So, it's been a huge pain. And a lot of big decisions to be made for my health, for sure. But I'm hoping it really frees up a lot of mental energy for me, I guess, because like I won't be in such severe pain all the time. Recovery's not that bad. I mean, my pain's a little bit worse, and I'm exhausted, which is like why I shouldn't be sitting here punch needling right now. But I've been resting a lot, don't worry. It's just like you get bored. I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon. My fiance is not here right now, so like I can't bother her to entertain me. I really should just be resting up. But I'm taking plenty of time off work. And after this week-ish, I'm hoping to have like a much lower level of day-to-day pain. It's gonna be life-changing. Yeah. And so some of the things that have been spiraling out of control, like my studio and my workflow and all that, should hopefully be a lot more manageable. And I'm trying not to have like the most inflated expectations, like, oh, this is going to change everything now. But I'm glad that it happened finally. Anyway, you can't see what this is at all yet. I'll show you later. I have put you on my wonky tripod at an angle so that you can see. Anyway, clean with me. Let's go.
I'm back to cleaning the surface of my desk again. This will not even be the last time in this video. All of the stuff that I organize ends up on here over and over. It's just how it is, you know. That's actually a sketchbook page I'm really proud of right there. I've been enjoying some new experiments with my blobby shapes, and I'm hoping to have some more space for that soon. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. I checked in on my gouache set here. I had a few of them out, so they were really crusty, and I just decided to take some water from the cup I was drinking out of and refill those, which is not the most recommended process from what I've heard. You're supposed to use distilled water, so, you know, room for improvement maintaining this palette for sure. But that's kind of like what I was saying. Lots of compromises on my ideals lately.
Okay, this is the part that's like actually really going to make a difference, but for some reason I don't want to do it. And I have these boxes for storing and organizing my craft supplies, and I put two of them together.
I don't actually have that much experience with procrastination. It's just not something that I've had to deal with much in my life. Probably because I've had really strict deadlines for a lot of things. But I procrastinated this task for ages. I bought these boxes at IKEA in like February or something like that. It's been a really long time coming. It's going to be so much better in here, but it was actually just kind of like an exhausting task and one that I felt like I had to do all at once. Probably not necessary to actually do in one go, but definitely satisfying once you see the final result. I'm sure you'll agree.
So these cardboard boxes are to replace these felt bins from IKEA. This is a Kallax that I've used to organize my craft supplies forever, but it's just like there's too much heavy stuff in these for it to really work. So I need to organize now. I guess that means I'm gonna get on the floor. I don't know. It's so hot in here. I have to crack the window. I'm going time lapse again.
I decided to get an ice cream bar, and that was a great decision because a bunch of papers spilled right away. So that cold little ice cream was the only thing keeping me sane. You cannot really see much going on from this angle, can you? Well, I sorted through a lot of old tools, paints, things that I'll probably be using quite a lot more now that I actually know where they are. So in the end, I understand why I put this off. I do think it would have been better to clean this space out a little bit earlier than I did. But, you know, giving myself some grace on that. Smokey's so funny. He has little shaved arms because he had a bit of an incident this month, but he's totally okay and healthy now.
Smokey! Smokey! Look at this old Adam Levine picture. What else can we see in here? Bridgerton ladies, you know, throwback 20-teen stuff. Yes. More show and tell. This is my scrap yarn ball. It's gotten really big. What? Star's like, what? Hopefully gonna make a cat ear hat out of this eventually. Okay. Speaking of cats, I found a little cat Santa hat. They hate this thing. We don't subject them to it. I found a packet of fake blood. It's very viscous but very clear. It looks like some kind of sauce. I found this cute felt sculpture my friend gave me a few years ago. Aww. I found this cool glass thing I made a long time ago, also with that same friend. I never know where to hang this because it's kind of heavy. I don't want the same thing to happen to it as all that ceramic. Come on, bud. Nope, not yet. Okay, I think this here is all I'm going to manage tonight. These are done. They're actually very well organized. I do need to label them. One of the reasons I wanted to do this is because Lily also uses stuff from this space and she never has any clue where anything is. So maybe if it's labeled, it'll help. I don't know. Desk is worse. Again, like this is definitely not done, but the boxes were the most daunting part and I did it. If you've been doing some cleaning with me here, it's time to put the finishing touches on. I put this old painting of mine up on the wall, cleaned the surface of the desk once again, and I watered this plant, so it did end up perking up after this shot. That's for sure. It's done. It's organized. The floor could be a little better, but I'm not gonna show you. The only stuff that's out now is stuff that's legitimately in progress. So for instance, I have a skirt that I'm working on. It's a two-tone skirt kind of thing. And like, it needs finishing on the inside and it needs some hemming, and I'm gonna make the top, so it's gonna be like a two-piece dress kind of set. So that can legitimately stay out. This rug I'm gonna finish tonight. You know, like, there's a few things like that. There's a little bit of yarn that I'm dreaming up a project for, so I'm gonna leave that out on my desk for some inspiration. Feels like a huge relief to have a comfortable space. So that is, I think that's it for today. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks so much for sticking around, and please feel free to chat down below, tell me about how your creative process is going lately, or drop me a like, subscribe. If you're new around here, it really helps me out and I appreciate it so much. Coming soon, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna paint some more book covers, I think, and of course I will be keeping you updated with regular studio vlogs. So that's it for today. Once again, I'm Rose, and thank you so much. Follow me on social where you can see me a little bit more, and bye-bye.